WKYT News starts now with First Alert Weather.
Good afternoon. The news continues. We're approaching 12:30. Bill Bryant and Barbara Bailey here.
You'll need to keep your eye on the forecast, especially as we head into the evening hours.
We are tracking a threat for severe storms later today, and we begin with WKYT meteorologist Micah Harris on this First Alert Severe Weather Day. Micah?
Yeah, we're going to be watching this very closely because this is one of those days that we are seeing an enhanced risk for severe thunderstorms later on during the late afternoon off into the evening hours. That's when these move on in. A big break in the action. This may give us opportunity to actually see some sunshine across the region. Already seeing bits and pieces here and there back toward the west. That's not good news on days like this. You do not want sunshine on days like this. That absolutely adds to that instability. That energy ramps up, and then these storms come right in and they meet together and they really do like each other. So you don't want that to happen. A lot of spin in the atmosphere. Look at that spin right through there, and that just throws these storms our direction. So here it comes. It's heading our way. We know we're going to see storms today. There's no doubt about it. But how severe are we talking about? Are we talking about widespread severe storms? Temperatures like these and also the moisture intact that we have, even with bits and pieces of sunshine, it's not going to turn out so good for us later on today. In terms of, you got to remember, and I talked about this morning, I want to go ahead and squash the fact that it's not going to be an outbreak type of situation like we saw over in Oklahoma just yesterday. It's not a setup like that. However, still looking at some damaging wind gusts anywhere from 60 to 80 miles per hour. And that's anywhere from 6 p.m. That's your best bet for severe weather. It's 6 p.m. to about midnight, okay, traveling on through. We still have to take these thunderstorms seriously, even though we're not going to be seeing what we saw over toward the Midwest or back toward the Plain States, that is. So we're going to be talking about this. I'm going to show you when I expect these severe storms to move on in, how that's going to affect your evening and the rest of the day coming up.
All right, we'll stay on top of it. Thank you, Micah. WKYT tracking breaking news this afternoon in Lexington.
Police are searching for 2 robbers who held up a bank. The robbery happened just before noon at City National Bank on Walden Drive off Tates Creek. WKYT's Kristen Kennedy is live at the scene now with the breaking details. Kristen?
Here's what we do know. Investigators have already stepped inside the bank. They are talking with employees in there right now. Police tell us that about half an hour ago, 2 men walked into that bank. They say one of them had a gun and that they demanded cash and that they did get away. We do know that officers have set up a perimeter about a block long right here. We saw a K-9 unit out earlier just searching the area. Right now, we're told they do not know where those 2 men are. They do not have them in custody. We're going to stay out here. We're going to try and get a little more information for you guys. For now, we're live in Lexington. Kristen Kennedy, WKYT.
All right, Kristen, thank you very much. And a major political happening right now. Democratic presidential candidate Hillary Clinton is making another stop in Lexington. And here she is 1 week before the state's primary. We're taking a live picture right now. This is at the Family Care Center, which is located on Red Mile Road, where Clinton has just arrived, is answering questions of those who have gathered.
Clinton will be spending time here meeting and talking with supporters about her issues. And once she leaves, she'll head to Louisville for a private event, followed by a public rally at Slugger Field. We'll have more on her visit to Lexington on WKYT News beginning at 4. Well, a new poll suggests Clinton faces a tougher general election battle against presumptive Republican nominee Donald Trump in a trio of key states.
While Trump is now running unopposed, he faces an uphill climb in trying to unite his party. Craig Boswell is tracking Campaign 2016 headlines.
It's primary day in West Virginia and Nebraska.
I think that this election will kind of be a turning point for our country.
Donald Trump is running unopposed but can't lock up the nomination until June. Getting full support from the Republican Party is posing another challenge for the presumptive nominee.
What remains is for the people who have accepted that fact to get comfortable with that fact.
Trump may resolve some issues during a series of Capitol Hill meetings Thursday, including a face-to-face with House Speaker Paul Ryan, who says he's not ready to endorse Trump yet. In an interview with the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel, Ryan says he would step aside as chairman of the Republican National Convention if Trump asks him to.
He's the nominee. I'll do whatever he wants with respect to the convention.
While Trump tries to tamp down tensions later this week on Capitol Hill, the Democrats are battling for last-minute votes in West Virginia. Bernie Sanders leads Hillary Clinton in West Virginia polls, but is far behind the Democratic frontrunner in the overall delegate count. While she is looking to the general election, a new Quinnipiac poll shows her race with Trump is close in 3 key swing states. She leads by just 1 point in Florida and Pennsylvania and actually trails Trump by 4 points in Ohio. The poll shows Bernie Sanders matching up better against Trump as the Vermont senator vows to stay in the race until all the votes are cast. Craig Boswell, CBS News, Washington.
And CBS News has learned that Trump's campaign manager, Corey Lewandowski, has been tapped to head up the search for a vice presidential running mate.
Members of Lexington's chapter of the NAACP rallied outside Lexington Catholic High School this morning. Leaders asked for the school principal and president to step down. It comes weeks after police charged a 17-year-old student with terroristic threatening and harassment in connection to race-related messages allegedly sent to a football teammate.
We're scheduled and met with the bishop of the Catholic Diocese, Bishop Stowe, Lexington Catholic Diocese, on 2 occasions. And to our dismay, have not received any resolve or any plan of action from that office.
Now, the NAACP says the 2 recent meetings with the bishop have led to 0 changes in the school's culture. A parent of current and former Lexington Catholic students also attended to show her support for the school.
I've asked my kids. They've had no problems. They can talk to me about everything. They said they've never experienced any type of harassment. I believe them, and I'm just here to support the school. I'm not speaking on the allegations that's going on right now. I'm just here to support Lexington Catholic.
Lexington Catholic responded to the rally via email saying, quote, "The decision of the Lexington chapter of the NAACP to rally in front of Lexington Catholic High School is disappointing. Lexington Catholic has already announced its commitment to address issues of diversity." Now, last week, Lexington Catholic announced it will work with local and national diversity experts to reinforce the school's commitment to a culture of respect for diversity.
Lexington police say charges are pending this afternoon against a man injured in a shooting today. It happened just before 7 o'clock this morning on Kildare Court. And police tell us that a woman shot her former boyfriend in self-defense. He is now recovering at UK Hospital. Police say the woman had an active domestic violence order out against him. The Bell County Sheriff's Office is warning that scammers are using the sheriff's health to try to steal hard-earned money from people. The Sheriff's Office says someone is calling from an 866 number claiming to be collecting money for Sheriff Mitch Williams' medical issues. They say he is not doing well or that he is dying. Well, Sheriff Williams says he is fine. The calls are a scam, and he says you should not give the caller any money. All right. Keep it here on WKYT. Stay with us for more news and making great strides in the fight against cystic fibrosis. How you can help in that.
And he's making his way in the world of music. We'll talk with singer-songwriter David Tucker.
And we're starting to see some clearing back toward the west of us. In between 2 systems, here comes the storm. Working with some sunshine today. That's not good. We'll talk about these thunderstorms coming up next. Now, we got a couple of showers back toward the eastern zone, southeastern and northeastern zones, but none of that a big deal. None of that really that you're worried about. You're worried about this, and this is the bulk of energy that's going to be driving on through as we travel off into the rest of the afternoon. It's really mainly dry the rest of the afternoon, but off into the late afternoon, early evening hours, here come these storms nudging on in here. I do want to show you this. This is what I was talking about earlier that we do not want. Sunshine peeking through. What does that do? It increases the instability being your energy outside. So if you're getting sunshine, which most of us are, back toward Bowling Green, work your way back toward our western zones, yeah, that's where we're seeing bits and pieces of sunny skies. You do not want that. And here comes some more energy sliding on in here. So an enhanced risk for severe storms across the region. Damaging winds, no doubt about it, 100% will be our main player for tonight. Let me go ahead and say this. These winds are going to be anywhere from 60 to 80 miles per hour. And when you think of damaging winds, you think of severe thunderstorm warnings. You don't think about them like you think about tornado warnings. But let me just make this clear that an EF0 tornado is 65 to 85 miles per hour. If you have winds, straight line winds, 60 to 80 miles per hour, what's the difference there? You know what I'm saying? So just take these as tornado warnings. These are going to be very hard hitters as they travel on through. Large hail, that's the next thing we're going to be watching out for. Isolated threat at tornadoes is something we can't rule out, however, is relatively small. But enhanced risk for virtually everybody across the viewing area, especially central, western, and northern half of our viewing area. Let's talk about what we're going to be expecting and when we're going to be expecting these storms to travel on through here, okay? So let's go through it. Here's what we're going to be seeing right around 6 p.m. I'd say anywhere from 5 to about 7 p.m. you can expect it in the northwestern areas. There's 8 p.m. to about 10 p.m. You can see it down toward the bluegrass region. I expect it here in Lexington anywhere from 7 p.m. to about 10 p.m. Then it slides south and southeast. You're talking about 11 p.m. through midnight or maybe even 1, 2 a.m. down toward the far southeastern zones. And then it travels on out of here. And then we're talking about days tomorrow and Thursday being days that we pick up even more storms. I would say today and today going off toward the evening, we're talking about damaging winds and large hail and also that isolated threat of a tornado. That's your best bet. But then you're going to throw in some flooding. Flooding will be my concern in the next 3 days, not so much for today. The others are really my main concern. So next 3 days, strong storms in the forecast. Guys, the rain does move on out as we travel in towards your day on Friday.
Well, we'll be ready for that by then. Good and ready, right?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, it is a life-threatening genetic disease that affects nearly 30,000 people here in the U.S., and now you can help in the fight against cystic fibrosis by taking part in the Great Strides Walk. It's this Saturday in Winchester.
And to learn more, we're joined by Melissa Chambers. Thanks for coming in. It's actually next week.
Right.
Okay, week from
the 21st.
Yeah, the 21st. We're so glad you're here, though, to make sure that we get the right date up there.
Thank you for having me.
Glad we got that straightened out. First of all, tell us about cystic fibrosis and the challenge that faces those who have it.
Well, my daughter Gray has cystic fibrosis. She's 17. It's a genetic disease that affects the lungs, the pancreas, the digestive systems. Life expectancy when Gray was diagnosed 17 years ago was about 25. And it has increased to about 41. So that's great.
That's great, yeah.
That is pretty amazing, moving in the right direction.
They are, and they're making great progress with the drugs that are coming out. The new drugs that Orkambi just got approved by the FDA, it's a drug that's kind of treating the disease at a cellular level, so kind of fixing the problems. And there's another one coming right behind it, and so that's why the fundraising is so important, because we need to get to that next level so that everybody with CF can be treated, and there's a lot of hope in the CF community right now.
And that's what makes an event like this so very important. Tell us about the Great Strides Walk.
Well, the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation does not get any federal funding, so it's all funded by volunteers and people that donate. So it is about 90 cents of every dollar goes directly to this life-saving research. It's the walk in Winchester is on Saturday the 21st, 8:30 a.m. registration, 9 a.m. walk. We feed them breakfast and lunch. There's no minimum donation. Great family walk. And then the one in Lexington is that Saturday as well, the 21st. Registration is at 9 and the walk is at 10 at the Whitaker Ballpark.
Well, and the encouraging thing, you said, of course, the life expectancy is now considerably higher, and Gray's doing well. She couldn't be here today because she has a lot of schoolwork going on, right?
Yes, she does. She wanted to be here.
Testing.
Yes, she is. But they are making great strides. That's what they named this walk after. The money has really, that we raise here and all over the country, has really done wonderful things for the research and really has given us all hope for a normal life expectancy at some point.
And that is just wonderful.
Thank
you so much for coming in. Good luck with it.
Thank you.
And keep it here. He is an up-and-coming singer-songwriter from right here in Kentucky.
We're talking with David Tucker next on WKYT. We're so glad you're here. He started playing music as a child, singing in church and playing guitar and piano. And then at his high school graduation, someone took notice of his talents as a musician.
And now he's off and running. We're happy to have singer-songwriter David Tucker here with us today. Welcome. It's so good to see you. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
So how did all of this get started for you?
You know, it's been the past year has been a crazy journey. It's flown too. It's been so fast. I was actually got to sing at my graduation last May of 2015, and when I was done, it wasn't but a couple days later, Nick and Nina Clooney got in touch with me, and they decided they thought they should help me out. Which when they told me that, I've always wanted to do something in music my whole career. I've loved it. It's all I've ever wanted to do. But didn't know how to come about it. So when they came up to me and told me that, I was sure. I was like, that'd be great.
Great people to have on your side.
Oh yeah, and I'm thankful.
What are you hoping the future holds for you now?
I want to keep furthering my music career and to keep writing songs and to eventually just to get out there, and I would love for everybody to hear my music and to get my songs, to come to my shows, and one day hopefully to kick it off.
So you went from being discovered that way by Nick and Nina Clooney to actually being in Nashville, laying down those tracks 5 months? That's it? Wow, what a story.
It was such a cool experience too, because the people I got to work with was amazing. I got to work with a guy named Chad Carlson, who he produced a lot for Taylor Swift. He's done a lot of engineering, producing for like Cole Swindell, like Chase Rice, a lot of big country artists. So
you're dropping big names.
Yeah, so the fact to work with him on my EP, I got to make my CD. It was awesome. I got to songwrite with him also. And it was a great experience. It was awesome.
Now you're putting on a concert this Saturday. You've played in some small venues, but this time it's really your name in the lights, and you've about sold out a large venue.
And I'm so thankful too, because you're right. I've played a lot of small places in here, and the show in May, it's almost sold out. Like there's like 500 people, coming, and it just blows my mind that I have that kind of a following from my hometown. I'm so grateful, really.
That is wonderful. And what else is wonderful is we're going to get to hear from you, too. There is the information, davidtuckerofficial.com. And stay with us, a special musical performance from David.
And that's coming up next, right here on WKYT. Stick around for that. All right, watching the weather very closely this afternoon and evening.
Yeah, and we talked about it this morning. If I had to change the time on this timing, I would, but I still don't see a reason to change that at all. 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. back toward the west and the northwest. So this is basically the graphic you saw early this morning, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. across Lexington and also down toward the southeast. You're talking 10 p.m. to about 1 a.m., guys. It's going to be a loud, very active evening and night. Damaging winds will be our main threat.
And we'll keep watch. All right, thank you.
Well, The Young and the Restless is next, and we're going to leave you now with the music of singer-songwriter David Tucker.
Yeah, let's enjoy and give a listen.
I remember being a kid, a radio blaring the Redland, riding in that Chevrolet, a truck bed filled with bales of hay. I remember old Grandpa, words of wisdom holding strong. He said, wherever you may go, just remember where you're from. Kentucky bred, born and raised, the bluegrass state, USA. UK flags flying high, and every yard that we drive by, running down the country roads, hills and valleys everywhere we go. I stop by the IGA to grab a bottle of cold LA. I'm proud to be from Kentucky. Farmland stretched for miles and miles. Wrangler jeans, yeah, that's the style. Diesel trucks and muddy tires. Sunday church singing in the choir. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. That's why I'm proud to be Kentucky bred.